Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I would be teaching you guys Python, probably the basics of Python like print, variables, basic data types and many more. So, I'm its hope. So, let's go into the lesson. I have opened up VS Code. If you don't have VS Code already, that's not a problem. You could use Notepad, but I prefer using VS Code. If you don't have VS Code, I can teach you how to download it in the next upcoming videos. Yeah, so now I'm gonna make a new file over here. I'm gonna call it print.py. Guys, whenever you're making a Python file, add .py at the ending of it, or else it won't be registered as a Python file. It would be registered as a text file. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna teach you what is the print statement. So basically, if you want to display an output, you gotta use the print statement. Like this is basically we are gonna print something like if you want to print your name or a sentence, like if you want to display a sentence, or like if you want to display a sentence, or let's say a character, or just solve a mathematical problem, use the print statement. You gotta use the print statement to display something. So like for example, I made brackets. Now here, if I want, there's like one difference. If I want to make if I want to display a string. If you're asking what a string is basically a letter, um, a symbol. For example, the hashtag symbol, @symbol. I need to use something called as quotation marks, double quotations to be accurate. If I want to display my name, yes, alphabets are also strings. So if I want to display my name, so I can do shift double quotation my name, and then again finish with the quotation mark. I'm going to remove the punctuation so you don't get confused. Yeah, so here it is like, so let me just keep that. Yeah, so you don't need to use punctuation in sentences. Like you don't need punctuation in its sentences. I just did it because it sounds right to me. So like if I go here and run it, um wait guys, let me full screen this. Yeah, okay. If you can see this guys, here the output has came. I am Hope. Okay. Now let's see if you want to solve a maths problem. Let's say if you want to solve 5 plus 3. Then there's a difference here. When you're solving 5 plus 3, as in the start I have mentioned that when you're displaying a name or a character, it is called as a string and you need double quotations to display it. But is 5 a string or any number like 1290, are they strings? No, they are integers. So when we are displaying, like when it comes to displaying an integer, you can use the quotation marks. But if you want to add two integers, you don't have to use the quotation marks. But if you use the quotation marks, it will just give you the problem back. Like for example, if I give the problem 7 plus 3, 7 plus 3, and I add quotation marks at the ending and the starting, and if I hit run, see, you can see here my cursor, you can see I'm Hope 7 plus 3. It did not give me the answer because when we use quotation, Python thinks it's a string and it prints all of it. So now if I remove it, the string part, yeah, the quotation marks, and now if I hit run, see, I'm Hope and the answer is 10. Wonderful, isn't it? But what if you want to make that in the same line? You can see I've used two lines here for the calculation and all. Then you could just use a comma. See, let me type it again. See, print to display an output, print statement, bracket open. First, I'm going to display my name, which is a string because it's using the alphabets. Okay, and to display something, you got to use the quotation marks. But when you're adding something like subtracting, adding, or anything except that, like the string part, you don't need to use, like you cannot use the quotation marks. So here first I'm going to display my name. Do not forget to use double quotation marks. It is basically shift and the like and like you have to shift and then click the button, so you get the double quotation marks. Okay, so now I'm going to write my name. Okay, so I have did the thing. Okay, I wrote my name, but in this sentence I want to continue and add two numbers like in this line. Then what if I directly place the numbers? Let's see what happens. 4 plus 8. Should we give it a try? See, it's an error. We did not mention a comma to separate these two. So what if I try it with a comma and write 7 plus 8? Now what if I give it a run? Wow, look, it came as the answer. Now let's move on to variables. For the people who are have more information on this, like want extreme deep information, this part is for you. You can pause the video here and have a look at this. for those who know Python in detail. Okay, let's move on. Let me create, not let me continue in the same folder. Who's stopping me? Yeah. Okay. Okay guys, so I'll continue in the same file. Let me just remove it now. Okay. I'm gonna clear this. Yes. Now we are gonna talk about variables. So imagine a variable is just a container. Like you have jars at your home that you put different things inside. Like one has sugar, one has salt, etc. etc. So like that. Variables also contain things. As I have talking about a string, a variable could also contain a string as well, or an integer, those are numbers, or a float, which is basically integers. Like float goes into decimals, integers are numbers. Like yeah, so like that. So now you got to set a variable first. We got we got let's make a variable a, and a equals 5. Okay, so a equals 5, and if I go and print a, then what should be the answer here? Will it be 5? Yes or no, guys? Absolutely yes, it will be 5, because we're printing a. By printing a, I do not mean we are printing the letter a. Do you see here I have used quotation marks? No. If you use quotation marks, it's gonna print the letter A. Okay. But what if I classify another variable and subtract A and another variable? Let's make the another variable B. So B equals mm, B equals 7. Okay. So let's subtract them. Yeah, so we got print a plus b. Actually, I wanted to subtract them, but I used the tab function in 3. What's the oh? I gave a space. Sorry, my fault. I should not give spaces. Yes. Yeah, do not give a space before print. Yeah. So 5 plus 7 is of course 12. That's basic math. But what if I subtract them? What would the answer be? Of course, it's negative 2. Cannot subtract 5 by 7 because 7 is greater than 5. The answer will come in negative. But the fact with variables is you do not have to replace the entire code. You can just replace the variables. That's so easy. I can make this 8 and I can make this 4. Who's stopping me from doing that? Now look, the answer is negative 4. As we expected. Now let's make this 7 and this 9. See? Yeah, and after this, we also have many more things upcoming on variables. So stay tuned for that, guys. Variables are cool. There's also one function in variable that asks you a question. Let me show that quickly. You don't have to try this. Just have a look at it. Okay. Mhm. Yeah. So here you can see I used the int data type. Basically, it will ask me a question that I have to give it something. So it's an input, then it will process and then display with the print statement. You don't need to we'll go in this thing later. So stay tuned for the next video and subscribe. You can see enter a number over here. What if I enter 7 and hit enter? It says enter another number. I'll hit 9 and enter. Ooh, if you subtract these two, the answer is -2. I totally did not knew that. So funny. Okay. But what if we try that again and enter different values? Let me enter 9 here and 9 here as well. The answer is 0 because 9 subtracted 9 is 0, guys. You could do this to subtract something very big, but you have a calculator, of course. So, with the help of this, I would like you to build. Um, I would like you to build a thing like it will subtract, multiply, divide, and add the variables a and b. I don't want you to use this int input thing. Okay, you can remove this. You just need to use a variable. Like you can add in the print statement multiply, like a equals 5, b equals that. You got to try that. Yes, yeah. So guys, for this video that would be it, and and bye guys, and see you in another video. Stay tuned for that, and do not forget to subscribe and like the video. Bye guys.